Welcome along if you're just joining us. Just a minute or two before 2. So I'll just hold on until 2 o'clock and then I'll give a proper introduction. But very welcome along. And it's just our chair gym. So I say just all we want is a good sturdy chair, and that's us for this workout. Maybe a bottle of water as well. It's getting a little bit sunnier, a bit warmer outside, so a bottle of water is always good to have. Hi Carla, everything good there? Perfect, it's great. And I have Facebook up and running as well there, so should be all good. Hi Valerie, good to have you with us. Very welcome along. Hi Carla, welcome along. So I'll just go maybe one more minute and then we'll get started. Just give a little introduction. So my name is Shane. I'm the South Dublin trainer. So I've run a couple of these classes. I'm sure some might be familiar with me. Today is just a seated chair gym. I know Martina pushed us hard earlier with the chair aerobics. So this will be a slower session in comparison to that. So we're just going to kind of relax. Nice slow session on a Friday. We'll still get plenty of movements and movements that generally feel nice. So things like our knees, hips, shoulders, just to kind of loosen out a couple of joints. So as ever, just let me know in the comments if you need me to slow down or anything. But it should be a nice, relaxed workout today. Mary, how are you? Good to hear from you. I hope Austin's keeping well. Good stuff. So I think we'll just get straight in and just get ourselves moving. So as ever, we like to always begin with a warm-up. Just bring the heart rate up, loosen out all the joints, and just heat the bodies up for exercise and movement. So let's just go first of all with our shoulders. So just a very simple shrug up and down of the shoulders. Again, I'll just zoom in a couple of times. Janet, how are you? Good to hear from you again. So just a shrug of the shoulders up and down. Hope all the Bray COPD gang are keeping well. Just shrug the shoulders up and down. We'll actually have a COPD session with myself next Thursday, I believe, if I have that right. So next Thursday, a COPD class at 11. Now let's alternate right shoulder, left shoulder, one at a time. And as ever, we always say, if you could please like, subscribe, and share, particularly on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, a follow on YouTube is really helpful. So we really appreciate that. And we always say, do everything at your own pace. No pressure. If you need a break, any point, that's absolutely fine. Let's just shake the hands out. And again, no need to move. You're fine in the chairs for this, but I just kind of move, just go closer to the camera a couple of times. Okay. Now, just bring the arms out and tap right hand to left, left hand to right shoulders. Just swap between those two positions. And as I say, just like that, everyone has a chance. I'll try not to go too fast between the movements. So I try not to count for a while, but we go quite high with the reps, generally thinking around 20-ish reps. And a lot of the times I'll just count it down for maybe 10 or 5. But for the warm-up, not even too worried about the reps or the count or the time. We're just loosening out, warming ourselves up. Okay? Next, fold the arms, turn right and turn left. Side to side. So always know on these ones, I do like just any kind of little rotation. I don't force these too far. I don't go too vigorous. I just want to loosen out. Just a little stretch of the back just to get the upper body moving. Particularly if we've maybe been sitting for a long time. It's just good to get the upper body switched on. A little bit of rotation. Perfect. Just the last couple here. And once more to each side. And down. Now, if I keep the arms folded, lift in front. So, I might just show from the side. The arms won't go any higher than about shoulder level. I just keep the arms folded. And keep the arms folded and raised. And then I just bring elbows down towards knees. Whenever I'm in a class with people in front of me, I'd always just say, I'm not worried about elbows hitting off knees. Just go as far as you are comfortable. But just think folding elbows towards the knees, as close as you comfortably can. But you don't have to make that physical contact. Okay. Now, if I keep the arms folded, right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee. And you see, I just slow the pace down a little bit here. Right elbow, left knee, left elbow to right knee. And I just go towards those positions. I don't need to hit off elbow to knee, but I just go towards. Elbow to knee. Opposite sides. And rest. So just moving down next. What I'm going to do is just kick the legs out. So just start very simple. Just kick the legs out. Just let that blood flow all around the body. Just getting the legs moving. Okay. And now just focus on the one leg. Just going with your right leg, kicking the leg out. And then focus just on your left leg, kicking the left leg out. And from there, I'm just going to bring it into a march, nice and slow. And hope sounds nice and quiet, hopefully anyway. But I always say not to slam the feet down. I always like the feet nice and soft down to the floor. So it just means you have control of the movement. So you're not going down too hard here. So nice and soft. And now right leg on its own. Lift the knee up and down. Again, very soft, very light as that foot comes down to the floor. So lifting the right knee up. And swap left leg, lift the knee up. And again, I just go down nice and light, nice and soft. Down to the floor. Okay. Final ones in our warm-up now. Just always like to give the ankles a little bit of focus. So lift your right foot up and go around in circles. Slow, slow, slow. This movement always gets a couple of clicks, cracks, nothing to worry about. But I always say if you slow the movement down, you'll probably get a little bit more range, a little bit more movement. If you go very fast, it's quite hard to get a circle and quite hard to loosen out the joints. So always just slow it down. Back the opposite way. And again, I'm just going nice and slow. And like this, I'm finding a couple of little clicks when I go in the opposite way. That's fine. Now, left foot up, and again, slowly around in circles. I always say it's actually a challenge to slow it down. It's naturally we want to speed through, but just slow it right down. And as big a circle as I can from the ankle. Back the opposite way. And back down. Okay, perfect. So that's our warm-up complete. We'll continue on into some of our main movements. Just check everything's okay there. Perfect. So as I said, this is just a nice kind of relaxed session. You'll still get plenty of movements, plenty of challenge, but just a little bit more, not as vigorous as our 11 o'clock sessions. Okay, and you're all very welcome along if you are just tuning in now. So I'm going to begin with my shoulder first. What I'm going to do is just bring the right arm out, clench the hands, just see that, clench the hand, arm is out, hand on chest, spare hand, and just go slowly around in circles with that right arm. The reason I have my hand on the body, it just stops me from kind of bringing any other parts into the movement. If my hand wasn't there, I might kind of be subconsciously bringing other parts in. I stop the rest of the body from moving. The only work is for my shoulder. Change direction. Right arm around in circles. Just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left arm out. Clench the hand. Just bring hand onto my chest just to kind of steady my body. And I go slowly around in circles. And really it's different for everyone. You can go quite small or a little bit wider, whatever feels right for your shoulder. Again, the arm is straight, just worth showing from the side maybe. Just nice steady body. Movement from shoulder. Change direction. Back the opposite way. So one like this, it might feel a bit tiring when you're doing it on the shoulder, but afterwards it should feel better. It should feel a little bit looser. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Now, from there, what I'm going to do is bring the palms of the hands facing each other. And I just want to lift forward. Just raise the two arms forward. And I won't go above about shoulder height. So the arms are straight and I lift. And again, I just kind of get up out of the chair a couple of times just to give you guys a better view. That's all. So just lift the arms in front and keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Now, next little challenge. Again, another little bit upper body, shoulders. Might be a bit tougher this one, but we'll try it out. Arms out. Start at shoulder level. If you feel comfortable, lift the right arm a little bit higher, back in front, and then left arm. So now I start from that raised position, going a little bit higher. Now, a movement like this, don't force it overhead. I always say whatever is right for you. So I don't have to get this arm up over the head, but I just go as high as I comfortably can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax down, okay? And all I'll do is just slowly roll the shoulders back. And again, let's see if we can do this maybe 5 seconds for a rep. So slowly just lift up, back, down, reset. Slowly rolling the shoulders back. And you can see when I slow this down, I just get a really nice movement. Again, like with speed, it's very easy to kind of go through the motions and not really connect with the limb that we want, which in this case is the shoulder. If we just take the time to slow it right down, we might just get that better connection. Now, roll forward. Initially a nice relaxing one after a tougher movement like that last one we just did. Okay, slowly roll forward and down. Perfect. Again, another little bit on the shoulders if that's okay. Arms out, clench the hands, and now the action is to pull back. Okay, and I'm just going to show this from a couple of different angles. Pull back, okay, from behind, pull back. So I might get a little pinch between my shoulders, and I keep the hands clenched just for a little bit of tension. And I should get a nice little pinch between the shoulders. As ever, just careful of any, ornaments, people, anyone who's near you here. Don't want to knock anything over. Just slowly pull back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. Okay, so let's move a lower body. Did a lot of work, kind of, I think, mobility of the shoulders there. So we'll just move to the lower body. What I'm going to do is start off. I might show this from the side. Okay, so I straighten my right leg out on the heel of my foot, and I pull back to my toes. Go from the heel to the toes. So just from kind of looking at the comments, a few people have mentioned things like recovering from maybe hip or knee surgery. So especially if you're at that, like just any kind of little movements like this can be helpful. I think here I'm getting movement from the knee. It's one of its functions to allow movement like this, in this direction. And I'm also maybe just connecting a little bit with the back of the leg here. So just think heel to the toes. Heel to toes. Pull the leg back as far as you comfortably can. We'll just go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite side. Left leg out on the heel of your foot. Pull back. Stretch out. So go from heel to toes. Heel to toes. Just curling the leg back. Again, anyone watching on Facebook, if you're on the phone, the comments might be blocking your view. Just scroll to the right and that should get rid of the comments and you can see the movements a little bit better. And welcome along again, everyone on YouTube. Delighted to have you with us. So just curling back, heel to toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And down. Perfect. Now, next one, I'll tell you what, we'll stay in this side position. So you'll see here, my feet are in line. What I want to do is walk this right foot back. So you can see it's pulled back. Now, from that position, you can just go slightly forward. Lift the heel up off the ground. Sorry, so the heel up. So this right leg is pulled back. And I lift the heel up from that position. And it's going to be harder when I isolate it like this on its own. So just lifting the heel up. I'm going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to do the same. Now, your position is fine. I'm just giving you guys a better view, that's all. Relax the feet, both in line. Walk the left foot back. Okay, so the left foot is walked back, pulled back, and then heel up. Just on that left side, I lift the heel of my left leg up. So I think you're kind of breaking down the movements. And that's what we're trying to do with these kind of 2 o'clock sessions. Break down some of the movements a little bit slower, maybe getting a little bit better connection. For example, sometimes when we lift the 2 heels together, we might go through it a bit fast and maybe we don't connect too well. We'll just get a lovely lift of the ankle and connection back of the leg here, hopefully. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now, another nice one on just kind of ankle movements. I think there's all these different directions. A lot of times people go over and injure themselves, their ankle going over one side. So here's 2 nice movements. Fancy terminology, foot inversion, eversion. Not to worry about that. It just means lifting in two different directions. So what I'm going to do first is widen my feet out nice and wide. Okay. And what I'm going to do is lift the outsides of my feet off the floor. So again, outside of the foot will lift off. So outsides lift off, and you see the knees come together. And again, widen that stance if you don't have enough space to comfortably do that. But hopefully we can see that okay. The outsides of my feet are lifting off the ground. And you'll see the knees kind of naturally then drift towards each other. But don't think of it as a knee movement. Think of it as an ankle movement. That you're lifting the outsides of your feet off the floor. Okay. Continue. Nice and high on the reps here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now walk the feet in towards each other. Okay, so feet in together. So make sure YouTube has a good view there too. So now the opposite. I want to lift the insides of my feet off the floor away from each other. So let's try that out. Insides of the feet, lift off the ground. Now this and the last move might be very, very tiny, but just think you're safely practicing bringing the ankle through these different ranges. So the knees naturally drift away, but think of it as an ankle movement. And I'm just lifting the insides of my feet up off the floor. And the knees just naturally pull away. So again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Excellent on that one. Now, what I'll do is just straighten the right leg out. And what we're going to do from this position, I'm going to show from the side again, actually. Oh, leg is out. And just hover that leg up and down. So you're keeping the leg as straight as you roughly can. And my heel stays off the ground. So it could feel different things. You may feel hip, might feel your thigh very active here, maybe even a little bit on the hamstring, back of the leg. You're not wrong if you feel any one of those three, or we might all feel different things. There's a lot going on with that movement. So just continue to hover, up, down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down, left leg out, heel off the ground, and hover the leg up and down. So my left leg is straight, and I hover up and down, keeping the heel up off the ground within reason if I comfortably can. And we go straight up and down. Suas Agashias. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay. Now, staying kind of similar, I'm going to do another little bit of work on the hips. Hopefully I can explain this well on camera. What I'm going to do is lift my right foot off the floor. And what I want to do is imagine going in a little loop or a little circle to my side. So I just lift out to the side and back in. So this is a sideways circle. Think of it that way. Imagine in a little loop. So my hip is connected. And that right leg just lifts out to the side in a continuous circle, out to the side. Foot up off the floor. And it might look quite straightforward, but this does get very challenging. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down. Let's stick with the right leg and now lift inwards. So back the way. So foot up and I lift inwards. So think like a continuous circle, lifting inwards. And again, my hip is really active here. And I'm just slowly lifting inwards. Okay, slowly lifting in. And we finish 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just a little jig there. I would say that's quite tough on the hip. They even caught me out by surprise a little bit harder than I remember. Left foot up, slowly lift out. So think a continuous circle out to the side. So just like a little loop out to the side. I'm doing the same action with my hand here, just a loop. Okay? So just lifting that left leg out to the sides. Slowly lifting out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a few seconds. Working the same left leg, foot up. I now lift inwards in circles. So inwards, slowly lifting in. Again, the rest of my body doesn't move. Just think all from my hip, lifting inwards. Finishing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest down. So, then what we'll do is just rock the feet forward and back. That's kind of nice relaxation, a little recovery in between. That's quite tough on the hips, that last little block we did. So just nice, relaxed, rock the feet forward and back. Perfect. Okay, so next movement. I'm actually going to say this is perfect for it. Sit slightly forward in your chair. Okay. Rest. What are they called? Elbows down on your legs. Rest the elbows down. And what I want to do is just push back. Squeeze between my back. Rest down. Or think squeezing shoulder blades together. Just relax forward. Push back. Work with whatever range is comfortable. Okay? But I just like to go from those two positions. Transition. So kind of relaxing my elbows down and legs. Push the elbows back. And this helps me get a little squeeze, a nice little connection with my back. So we just slowly drive the elbows back. Let's go high enough here. So keep going with the reps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. And you can just kind of reset back into the chair. Just walk the bum back a little bit. Okay. Now, next one. So we're going to, the way I often like to do a little block lower, a little block upper. Let's kind of bring some parts together. So my right leg out, my right arm is out. I'd imagine a piece of string, like a puppet string, holding your leg up. And I just want to raise up and down. So keep going. So think you have a piece of string that's pulling your right leg up. So like that movement we did earlier, and like the raise we would have done earlier as well. Bringing two parts together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Left arm, left leg. Imagine a piece of string. You're holding your leg up. So a piece of string holds your leg and you pull up and down. So the arm and leg together. So imagine like a puppet string. You're pulling your leg up and down. So get the arm and leg of the same side active. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So instead of going up, down, now we'll bring it out to the side. So, right arm, right leg, piece of string. Again, I'm connected to my leg, and I slowly open out to the sides. Right arm, right leg, opening out to the sides. Just think right arm, right leg. And I have a piece of string, so the arm and leg stay connected in line. Go hang, do, tree, car, Kuig. Same on the left. Left arm, left leg. Imagine a piece of string. And slowly open the leg out to the side. So that left arm, left leg, slowly opening out to the side. And the rest of my body is fixed. It's going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Now, Next one, what I'm going to do is bring hands onto the shoulders. You see that, okay? Hands onto shoulders. And just begin lifting the elbows in front. Just show from the side as well. Elbows lift in front. And don't worry if it feels a bit tight, this position. Don't worry about having the hands on shoulders. Just think as close as comfortable. And lift the elbows up. We'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just going to kind of relax it out. Just think one shoulder forward, one back. Just a little reset. Okay, hands back on the shoulders again. Elbows elevated. So just going to show from the side. I begin elevated and open out to the sides. So just think slowly open the elbows out. This can feel a little bit tough. Don't worry about the height of the elbows. I like to keep them elevated, but if that's hard, just lower them down a little bit and work with your body on this one. So you're not going to force anything uncomfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and just rest down again. Just a little shake out there. That's no problem, Rachel. Yeah, just do whatever you're comfortable with. Yeah, you can come back to it later. It'll still be here. And we always say that with the videos. If you need to, jump in, jump out, that's fine. Do as much as you're comfortable. Even if half the workout is enough for you, that's fine. Remember, no two people are the same. So, great. Thanks for joining us, Rachel. There. And we'll see you later. So, hands on shoulders. One more. Just going to slowly bring the elbows around in circles. Now, really what I'm doing is just getting the shoulders moving, but I'm using the elbows to kind of create the movement in the first place. Just slowly think opening out. Last 2-3 movements, all upper body. You might have felt your chest, arms, shoulders with any of them. They're kind of just nice movements to open out. Reset, opposite direction. So again, drawing circles with your elbows, drawing circles. You just go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, okay? So just grab a little drink of water if you want. It is important. I think it is getting a little bit warmer outside, so I'm just kind of making sure we do include that in our video. Grab a drink if you need, okay? So let's continue on. Another couple of movements, if that's okay. Remember, we're doing very well. So for a lot of kind of mobility, breakdown of movements here today. So you're doing very well. What I'm going to do next, I mentioned our hip earlier. So let's do another little bit. Bring our foot up off the ground. And what I'm going to do is just go forward in circles first. Just a nice one to switch on, connect with the hips. Pedaling forward with your right leg. Keep the foot up off the ground. Pedal forward in circles. And we'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I lift the left knee up. And I pedal forward in circles. Now we will build on these two movements. Just to kind of switch on, connect with the hips. Slowly forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to do is lift my right knee up. I'm just going to leave my hand on top of it so it stays on. And I think my leg as a pendulum. This is the top part, so it stays fixed. This is the anchor point. And my foot just goes side to side, like a pendulum. And I can widen out the other leg a little bit as well. So I think from your hand, your knee is fixed. That's your anchor point. And the leg just slowly goes from side to side. Again, all I can think is like a pendulum, side to side. This is a very small movement. I won't get very far, and we should feel that hip quite active. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. Brilliant work, okay? Just separate the legs a little bit. Left knee up, hand on the knee, okay? I think like that's your anchor point, hand on knee. And imagine your leg like a pendulum here, where you go side to side. But really, it's a very, very limited movement. We're talking centimeters here, maybe at 1-2 centimeters to the side. That's all. And that's plenty. Don't force it through any kind of pain. Just a slow little lift side to side. I always say movements like this can feel quite challenging as you do them, but afterwards the hip, for example, here should feel a little bit looser and better after. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down, okay? And say that's not an easy movement. Sometimes they look simple enough, but when performed slowly, correctly, it can really be quite challenging. So not to worry if you did actually find that quite difficult. Okay, so next movement, I think we'll go with another little bit down on our legs while we're there. So this time what we're going to do is a little challenge, a little hold. Hips connected, core connected here. And I might show from the side. Hold on to the side of the chair. Take support from the back of the chair here. So don't feel kind of like you're arching your back or rounding your back. Take support. Feet together, knees together. Lift up off the ground. And we're going to hold that position. So keep the feet up. And again, remember to keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. We'll just go for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, breathing, and continue breathing. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down, okay? And then just relax it out again. Rock the feet forward and back there. Rock the feet forward and back. Continue on. What are we doing there? That's no problem, Valerie, and well done for joining in. Thanks for joining us. And again, that we totally understand if you've other little things to do during the day, just drop in and out. Pick where you're comfortable with. That's no problem. So, last couple of movements here. As I said, I'm not going to keep you too long on a Friday anyway. So, let's finish off. Last couple of movements. So this one, I'm actually going to zoom in just that you can see. I'm going to go forward. So left arm is out. Rest the right arm on top. Hopefully this makes sense. So what I want is my right arm from the elbow to raise up. Okay, so just raising the right arm up. This is called external rotation. Again, the technical name or terminology doesn't matter. It just means we're getting a little rotation from our shoulder. And I find by just putting the one arm out in front for a little bit of support, it just makes the movement a little bit easier. And I might just show from the side. You can even see from my shoulder there how I just get that little bit of rotation and movement. Or maybe imagine someone was standing beside you and just wanted to kind of palm them away. And let's just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Right arm in front, rest the left arm on top. And again, go from your elbow, raising the arm up. So just think palming away. And just having that right arm for support just makes this position a lot more comfortable to actually perform this action. And I get that nice rotation from shoulder. We'll just finish out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, brilliant. So, just a chest movement next. What I'm going to do is have the hands faced up to the ceiling. Okay. And what I want to do is, so start not too low, not down the tummy, up at chest. And press forward. And you'll see my elbows going to drift towards each other as I press forward. Keep the hands about chest height. And just press. So this is a pushing or a pressing action straight in front. I'm just going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. And rest down. Okay. So I might just do one more little challenge and then we'll take our cool down if that's okay. So I'll not keep you too long on a Friday, just to get a little bit of physical activity, a little bit of movement. That's all we want from this session. Really well done, everyone, so far. So hold on to the side of your chair. Have that support. So I don't want to bend, I don't want to arch, I want to have a little bit of support. 2 feet up, and we're on our bikes. Just a little fun, a good little challenge to finish off with on a Friday. If you're feeling very comfortable, arms out as well. And we'll just finish this one out. Nice little hit here. So let's go, nice and slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, but I can hold if I need here. 5, 4, 3, slowing it down. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, just nice. I think we've built up. That's a more challenging movement, more taxing. But remember all the work we've done before. We've gradually built up to that kind of more challenging movement. So let's relax down, take a couple of stretches just to finish out the session. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 points. This is one I've been kind of practicing myself recently. So go back onto the toes of your foot. Okay, so that's stretch number 1. Hold. Straighten the leg out. Hold. And then lift out to the side. And hold. So 3 points. Bring the leg in front. Bring the leg behind. Okay. So I'm on the toes of my foot. Straighten the leg out. Lift to the sides. I find this is a nice stretch at the end. Quite challenging. Good for all levels. Like, this is a tough enough stretch, but a good one. Back in front. And down. One more time. Hold for a couple of seconds. Straighten the leg out. Lift to the side. Back in front. And just rest down flat this time. So scoot around. And so I give everyone the best view here. So pull back onto the toes of my left foot, onto my toes. Hold for a couple of seconds here. Straighten the leg out. And then slowly lift out to the side. Hold for a couple of seconds. Back in front. And slowly back onto my toes. Let's see that. Again, straighten the leg out. Lift out to the side. Back in front. And onto my toes. Last time. Straighten the leg. Lift side. Back in front. Onto my toes. And rest flat. Perfect. Good work on that one. Now, so that's kind of getting different parts, hip very active, stretching in different ranges in terms of kind of mimic some of the work we did as well earlier in the session. So what I'll do next is sit slightly forward in your chair, dig the right heel out, relax your ankle, relax the knee, just bring hands onto your leg here, onto your left leg, your kind of strong support leg. Nice and tall, so I don't want to bend. I want to be nice and tall, lean forward. You can see I'm looking straight to the camera. Might get a little burn back of the leg. And keep your position. It's worth me showing from the side. So this is how I end up. Okay. And relax. Swap sides. Straighten your left leg onto the heel. Relax the ankle, relax the knee. Just not to be rigid and tight. Relaxed. Body tall. Hands on support leg. Gently tilt forward. Might get a little burn back of the leg, so I always go slow into the position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest back in. Perfect. Now, just going to relax out. Last couple of movements. Right hand over to left shoulder. Just hold, so stretching out your right shoulder here. And again, I always say, if you can have the elbow up a little bit, that's great, as opposed to kind of down low. Do try and lift the elbow. You can see that okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap. Left hands to right shoulder. Elbow raised. You can give it a bit of support if that feels comfortable. If not, you could just relax it down. But I try and keep it up. I just find I get a better stretch in the shoulder when I do it like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Now, just going to do 2 points. I've done it different ways, but today I'm just going to do a very simple up and down with the shoulders. So first part, and do you know what? I will show this from the side. I'm a maniac jumping around, don't mind me. Lift shoulders up to the ears. Hold that position. Now, I want to think of actively bringing my shoulders down into my pockets. Imagine if you were trying to pull your shoulders and fit them into your pockets. That's what I'm doing here. So I'm actively pulling down. And again, actively lift up. So I hold, shoulders up towards ears. And now I do the opposite. I pull down. And I think, imagine trying to tuck my shoulder into my pocket. And then relax. Okay. So let's just finish out now. So what we'll do is one for the hands. Just bring the arms out straight. This is best if I show it from the side. Just lift the hands up and hold. So you might get a little stretch along the forearm here and a little bit of mobility in your wrist. And then just slowly lower the hands down. And we hold for a couple of seconds. So we'll do that once more. That felt quite nice. Me as well. I was using the laptop all day, so just to get that stretch actually feels really good. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hands down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Okay. And let's just take a little bit of breathing to finish. Hands side of head. Now again, don't be strict. If you kind of feel a bit tight around the shoulders, don't worry about the physical hold here. What I want to do is big deep breath, air in through nose. Open the elbows out and then release. Air in. Release. Air in. Nice open position. Release. 2 more. Release. And once more. Okay. So that concludes our session for today. Thanks very much for joining us again. I always say, please do just like, subscribe and share, particularly on YouTube there. If you could follow our channel, it really does make a big difference to us. We'll have another workout tomorrow at 11 o'clock with Paul. So he'll be doing kind of mobility stretch. So a little bit like this session. It is important. We know a lot of you guys have been working out with us every day, which is brilliant. But it's important that you just kind of do what you're comfortable with. So the session tomorrow is a nice, slow, relaxed session. Kind of think of it as a recovery session. So it is important that you don't overdo it. And that's where tomorrow's session is really nice and beneficial. So we'll see you tomorrow and next week. The workouts will continue through the weekend and right through next week. So we'll see you again, and thanks everyone.